Welcome again. I am Cathy. I'm a dietitian at the Pella Regional Health Center, and I'm going to be making breakfast today, an overnight oat recipe. So I'm going to start with my base. Overnight oats are a quick, easy breakfast that you can make the day before, or you can even make it a couple days before and have some in your fridge. So my base for the overnight oats is a half a cup of old-fashioned oats. I'm going to put it in my jar here and try not to spill too much on the counter. Then you're going to add a half a cup of milk. Overnight oats are typically eaten cold the next morning. So the oats then soak up the liquid that you add to it. Some people don't like that they're cold, but you can put them in the microwave and warm them up that morning if you do want still warm oatmeal. The next part of the base is 1/4 cup of yogurt. I have plain Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt is high in protein. Getting your probiotics from your yogurt. So I'll just add that to my jar. You may have heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and that's true. It is good to start your day out with a nice, complete, healthy breakfast, and this recipe does that. With the oats, you have a nice whole grain, you have some protein with the milk and the yogurt, you have some protein with the chia seed that I'm going to be adding next. Chia seed, a tablespoon of that, or you can use flaxseed. So they are both high in protein, they have some fiber, and they are high in your healthy omega-3 fats. The last part of the base then is a tablespoon of honey. You can use honey, you can use maple syrup if you want, or you can leave both of them out. You can use just the fruit that you might add for some natural sweetness instead. So I'll just put that in my jar also. With overnight oats, you have lots of possibilities of what you're going to put in them. So with this base, you can eat it just as this, or you can be very creative and add different toppings to it. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways that you can add different toppings to your overnight oats to add a little variety to your breakfast. All right, so I've got 3 jars made of the base of the oats, the milk, the yogurt, the chia seed, and the honey. I use old-fashioned oats. That would be the best kind of oats to use. If you use quick oats, they're gonna get too soggy overnight, and if you use the steel-cut oats, they will be a little too chewy still the next morning. So it's kind of up to your preference, but the old-fashioned oats would be the best choice to use. You can make your overnight oats in jars, in containers, something like this that has a lid, something that's easy, quick. Again, if you are grabbing it to go to work, this might be a better option. If you're having it at home, having the glass jar might be a good option too. The overnight oats can be made ahead of time. They usually last 3 to 4 to 5 days in the fridge. If you just do the base layer amount, 5 days would be just fine. Sometimes when you add different fruits, 3 days would be kind of the time limit. The fruit might start to brown a little bit, but they are easy to be made ahead. The first recipe that I'm going to do is a apple cinnamon overnight oats. So you just have your chopped apples and about 1/3 to 1/2 cup. Again, it's your preference. You can add a little bit more, you can add a little bit less, and then just some cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon that you'll add to that. You just stir it up. with the overnight oats also, if you want to wait until the morning to add your fruit, you can do that too. As the apples sit overnight, they will soften just like the oatmeal will in the milk and the yogurt. If you still want your apples to have a little bit of a crunch, then I would recommend waiting until the morning to add the apples. So then that one is made. You just need to put the lid on and it's all ready to go in the fridge. The second recipe I'm going to make is a banana bread overnight oats. So I have some chopped banana, again, about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of your fruit. This one has some walnuts, 2 tablespoons of walnuts. Walnuts are another healthy fat food. They are high in your omega-3s. So there's your walnuts. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And 1/2 teaspoon of your cinnamon. Again, you just stir that up. And that one is also ready to go into the fridge. The third one that I'm going to do is a strawberry and nut butter. So, start with your strawberries, already chopped up. You can also use blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, or a combination of all of those to go in. Then you're going to add your 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then this one has some peanut butter. And just a tablespoon to give you a little bit of protein, more added to your and then this one, just stir it up, ready to go. Other ways that you can change up the overnight oat recipes, instead of cow's milk, you can use soy milk or almond milk if you have an allergy. Instead of peanut butter, you can use different types of nut butters, different types of nuts. If you maybe don't like walnuts, you can use almonds. So again, there's lots of variety, ways to change up this recipe. So these will just go in the fridge then, sit overnight, and they'll be ready to all be pulled out in the morning then, and you have a complete, healthy, well-balanced breakfast to get your day started off right. All right, so I just pulled my overnight oats out of the fridge. That next morning, all you gotta do is take the lid off, give it a little stir, and you are ready for a great breakfast. Again, if you don't want your oats to be cold, all you gotta do is pop it in the microwave for about 30 to 60 seconds to warm it up. But this just makes a nice, healthy breakfast. If there's several people in your family that enjoy overnight oats, you can always double, triple the base recipe. Just make it in a bowl, and then that next morning, they can scoop out what they want and then add their own toppings also. So you don't have to do individual jars. You can do a whole family serving if that's what would work well for your family. Thank you for joining again. Enjoy.